Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And I don't know why I'm laggy, but I'm here. Make sure I'm here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Might be one of them days. Oh, there I go. Finally. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ravens Roundup. Today is April the 17th. So that'll be in the description when I get, not description, the title when I get to it. So what we're going to do today is we got a packed show for you. We're going to kind of keep this thing moving. So we're going to do something a little bit different today because what happens is when I go to give everybody their moment to say where to find them, jokers dip. So we're going to do that from the jump. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring everybody in, let you know where to find them, kind of, then we'll get the show started and we'll go from there. But before you do that, yes, I'm at the bar, Marco. I'm at the end of the bar. I'm at the end of the bar for my Ravens Roundup mug. At the end of the bar. We got a surprise for you when I bring a guy in. See, this, you got to get you some merch. Next up, we're going to bring our panels in. Starting off with Chris. What's good?
What's going on, Coach? What's going on? I'm glad to be here. Glad to be at the bar with you. Let's get it going.
Appreciate it. And again, we're going to start it off with where they can find your stuff, or you go ahead and kind of plug your situation.
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking. You could also listen to me and my co-host, Kevin. Not Kevin. The hell am I talking about? Kerry Stevenson and Michael Crawford on the Deep Cover Pod. And you could also check us out on our YouTube page at Deep Cover Pod.
That's a Deep Cover Pod. You see it on the screen right there. If you have not followed, please go do so. And at some point, once we get started, I'll put the link to everybody's stuff in the description. Should have did that before we started, but that's me trying to watch basketball. Next up. Hendo, I thought you was froze for a minute. I thought you.
I was watching basketball.
Oh, what you got there?
Some vegan water.
Some vegan water from
Lake Minnetonka.
What's good with you today?
Not much, chilling, watching some basketball,
I just realized something.
What's that?
This is the fourth video today.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of videos.
I've been trying to get it in.
All right.
But plug your stuff so they can know where to get your stuff at.
You can find me at the Road Pod everywhere. Patreon.com/allug. Let's get it popping.
Well, he was finished before I could even put his graphic up. I'm gonna put it up there anyway. Bam. We need a new graphic because that's a Raven Online Ungatekeeper. You got a new one for me that I can steal and put up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I get it for next month. No, for Wednesday. We'll have it for Wednesday. If you don't know, Hendo's gonna be on the 4:30 show Wednesday. Yes, you agreed to it in the chat box. I got receipts.
No, you don't.
Hendo's gonna be on the call-in show Wednesday at 4:30. So he's gonna be in there with me, whatever the topic is. He's gonna give his spiel. I'm gonna give my spiel. Then we're gonna open the phone lines up for a little bit. All right. And if you don't know, right at from 50 away from AK. And if we get to AK, when we get to AK, there's going to be a roundup with the call lines open. So you'll get all of us with the phone lines open, and you'll get a chance to talk to us and shoot your questions about whatever the topics are, or even ask questions and let us answer them from that point. Moving on. Next up, Jose and B. What's good?
What's going on? I'm telling you, man, my swag level is on like 100,000 right now. Look at that.
Like
Clean.
Kanye say, swag on 100,000
100
trillion.
Man, look at that. Look at that clean Ravens Roundup shirt.
Got that
Man.
Egyptian like cotton.
Man, it sure feels like that. Got something not so clear in my cup today. It ain't alcohol,
Purple.
ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
purple though.
It's just root beer. It's root beer.
It's purple though. We're gonna say it's purple. What
But
up,
it
B?
tastes so good.
Oh, did y'all pour out the same? What you drinking, B?
Man, that's just a little grape soda. That's all.
Oh, hey, as long as
It's the only purple thing I had. I don't know.
so everybody out there wondering where they got these nice.
What's up, Miss
Let me
B?
bring Mike in because I know Mike got some of his. What up,
Well,
Mike?
you know, Mike got something
I
real.
know. I said
You know Mike
Mike
got
got
something real.
What's good with you, Mike?
Look at that. Look at that. Look how it glisten in there. The nice swirl. You look at that. Look at that. Come on, man. Get y'all one of these. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all no more. Get y'all one of these.
Chris got here. We all pulled up today.
Yes,
We
sir.
all pulled up today. So thing is, in order to get you we still calling it chalice, Mike. Go to patreon.com/sip the tally. Sign up for the Gunslinger Patreon level, and your chalice will be on the way. The recent recipients of their chalice is Miss Yolanda B and Will G. And we're still looking for Tyrone. He just won't respond to the messages, so I can send him his.
You know what we need to do?
What's that?
Right? Because like everybody needs to get in on this, right? We're gonna start every show with the cheers. Okay, we're gonna raise our cups. We're gonna start every show that way. All right.
There we go. Establishing what's that? What we're establishing that's what we're looking for.
What we establishing?
Establishing the run.
We need to. We're gonna do that anyway. Traditions. Establishing traditions.
Yes. Or custom or something like that. Yeah.
Customs, traditions, same difference.
Yes.
I had another word to throw in there, but it ain't for TV.
It's for more sip the tally.
There you go.
What's good about more sip the tally, Hendo?
Man, it's for the streets.
For the streets,
Sure.
baby. Everybody get a piece of that.
Oh, man.
Everybody. Tip the tally. Like this is the breakdown. Tip the tally is my regular job. I go to work, be in the classroom, doing the thing I need to do. But more sip the tally, them the ones that's scared of that Freaknik documentary.
Video.
They scared of that Freaknik documentary.
She was saying, please, guys, don't show the video. Right.
The King Rave dropped 5, but we'll get to that in just a minute because that's gonna be part of our discussion. Also, there's a pinned comment. If you want to, support the channel or have your comment read aloud, you hit that pinned comment. It'll take you to my Streamlabs page. You can do the tip that way. And again, doing the tip that way keeps YouTube from getting 30% of what you're handing to me. Because if you do it this way, like that 5 King Rave just got, and I'm appreciative of it. I'm not bitching. I'm appreciative of it. But I'm really probably gonna get like what 320, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the math is, and I ain't trying to necessarily send y'all somewhere else, but it just makes sense to do it that way. And again, if you want to support, go to patreon.com/sip the tally, patreon.com/the Rogue Podcast, patreon.com/LBHT show. And Mike, is he in yet?
It's coming.
He's on there's a waiting list.
Gotcha. So I appreciate everybody for coming through, and we'll start with the topic, that King Rave alluded to and what I talked about on the 4:30 show. And since I gave mine earlier today, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. The greatest Raven and why? And I'll start with you, Chris.
Frank Walker. That's easy. I'm gonna go with Ed Reed because he's the one that got me into being a Ravens fan because he's the one that my coach told me. He was like, look, you want to play safety, you gotta watch Ed Reed. So without Ed Reed, I probably would not be a Ravens fan. So I'm gonna go with Ed.
Gotcha. Hendo?
Now, are we going best or favorite? Because early was favorite.
What favorite? I'm sorry, favorite. My bad, Chris. Would that be your same favorite? I apologize. Appreciate you.
Yeah. No, Ed is the best. My favorite. That's a tough one. My favorite, I would have to say, shoot, it might be Suggs because that 2011 year that he had, where he was the defensive player of the year, that was one of my favorite years of just watching a game of football, and that Suggs was a big time part of that. So I'm gonna go with Suggs.
Right now it's on you, Hendo.
Okay, so as far as my favorite Raven, it had to be Peter Boulware. Like Florida State fan coming to my team, like it was a dream come true for me, and he could play. So he was my favorite, the best Raven of all time, Deion Sanders.
Hey, the thing is, I ain't gonna laugh because I love when he was there too.
Me too.
I did.
That's my favorite player of all time.
Mine too, Chris. mine too.
I see no lies.
Jose.
Ed Reed's my favorite, and Ed Reed's the best. And of all things that Chris said, man, look, those bad years, those bad Kyle Bowler years, when that team could have been very unwatchable, Ed Reed made it exciting to watch, even though we knew we were going to get some offensive points. Okay, we knew we were going to score, but it wasn't going to come from the offense. Thanks to Ed Reed.
Right. Does this apply to you, Brodney?
Wow.
Yes.
Like I watch teams besides Carolina.
But I'm saying,
I never lived in Charlotte. I've watched the Ravens.
No. What I'm saying, because they're not your team. That's why.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think about that until right when I was getting ready to call your name. So I wasn't trying to be funny. I
I got you. It's Ed Reed and Ed Reed.
What about for Carolina? I think I know the answer.
It's well, I was gonna say just for the Ravens, Ed Reed, because nobody feared a defensive player like you fear Ed Reed. It didn't matter what position he was in or where you were throwing the ball. That's where he was going to end up, and he was taking the ball from you, and he was probably taking it to the house. In terms of the Panthers, favorite is Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Best, I'm inclined to say Cam as well, but I'm not going to, just because of the shortened career with his shoulder injury and everything. So the best, I'm going to say Julius Peppers.
I knew you were gonna say him. I knew you were gonna
That's
say
a
it.
good one. I thought he was going to say Steve, but I forgot about
I
Pep.
don't like Steve.
I thought he was gonna be
Kuechly.
Peppers. Yeah. Kuechly had a short career too, though.
Who?
Luke Kuechly.
Yeah,
Luke Kuechly. Yeah, Luke Kuechly did have it. Mike, you there? Nope.
He might be attending to his assistant producer.
Gotcha.
Listen,
Lit
y'all
Mike.
done upset people because y'all nobody said Ray Lewis. But I'm gonna tell you this: I watched a game one time against Washington where we beat the Redskins 10-7, where Ed Reed intercepted the ball, blocked the punt, and picked that punt up and returned it for a touchdown.
I remember that.
That was a Sunday night game.
Ray Lewis wasn't doing that.
And listen, Ray wasn't the best Raven, and maybe somebody would have picked him as their favorite if he wasn't preaching all the goddamn time.
Look, we all love him as a player. That's not. I mean, listen, like we were. You didn't like him as a player?
Nah, he was not. He was.
You gotta respect it. Look, we had Hall of Famers all over that defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not it's not a shot at anybody. Like we had some of the greatest players that played the game, but Henry was better. I don't know what to tell you.
Facts.
I think like in Peyton and Tom, their words mean a lot as far as when they said they came out the huddle. They didn't say they looked for Ray. Not saying Ray wasn't important.
Right.
They had to find 20 because 20 would be in the box. He'd be deep. He'd be on a cornerback. He'd be lined up on the edge. You just didn't know. You just didn't know. And he was so smart that he was calling out route concepts based off formation. That's nuts. And keep in mind, and I know Ray's on the back end with he is the last line of defense,
Right.
but the Baltimore defense was set up for Ray to eat. And I'm no way trying to crap on Ray because I love Ray too. But with it's four names I talked about earlier in the show, and people mentioned Nada, Kelly Gregg, Sam Adams, Goose.
Yep.
They were there to allow Ray to do what he do. Now I'm not saying Ray wouldn't be as good if those guys were not there, but they were. And so but just with, like you said, 107-yard interception return, 108-yard interception return, block punts, punt returns for touchdowns. Dude changed the game. I don't think anybody else was feared in what we would call the modern NFL more than Ed Reed but Deion.
Thanks.
Anybody else want to close in? And Mike, you back? Your favorite rave?
My
And why?
favorite Raven is Nada.
Okay.
Just because Nada was we in awe of my man in
Indominus Sue.
my man in I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Just got a call from doctors from my son. Um, my man at the Rams, Aaron Donald.
Aaron
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 Donald.
Donald.
Aaron
Aaron Donald.
Donald.
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me, guys. And this is my first beer, so it ain't that.
Donald.
But you know how freakish of an athlete he is from the inside. Like
Mhm.
Nada was one of the first freak like big dudes that I ever seen. Um, like and just how he played, man. Like Nada was a beast. And
Mhm.
one thing that sold me on Nada, right? There's a video still on YouTube of this man holding like a 70 to 100-pound dumbbell, and he holding it straight up in the air, and he lays down and gets up with it still up in the air.
Oh, I saw that.
So I was just like, yeah, that dude different. You
Gotta
know
feel
what I
right on
mean?
my chest.
Yeah, I'd have dropped it. It fell on my head. Something. First of all, I wouldn't have been my arm have been like
Right.
while holding it up. So yeah, Nada is probably my favorite. The greatest man, I gotta give it to Ray. Right.
Mhm.
Now I hear all of y'all on Ed. Um, Ed is if it's a 1A 1B type thing for me, but I just think Ray had that rare ability to make other players better.
Mhm.
Um, from whether it was the talk to whether it was having them in the right place, the right time. But Ray, man, Ray would have dudes feeling like they could run through a wall for him, and that's rare, man. You don't see that type of leadership on the football field um, much at all, you know.
Mhm.
But don't get me wrong, Ed, man, Ed was a joy to watch. My favorite play, of course, is the one that we see all the time. But that joint when he tricked Peyton Manning, like, and I know there's people that you hear Sean Taylor. I heard you mention him earlier on your show this earlier today, Coach Sean Taylor. People bring up Palomalu. They are all great players, right? But Ed was different.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
mentally, smarts wise, that dude was just different. But I give it to Ray, man. I just think Ray was he embodied playing like a Raven. He created playing like a Raven. So I'm gonna give it to Ray.
Now I will say, one of the callers asked me the question. He said, "Impactfully or culturally, not culturally, impactfully, who's the best Raven?" And I gave he asked for top two, I think, and I gave him one was Ray because of all the inspirational stuff and the leadership stuff. I gave it to Ray. Then I gave number two to Lamar, and the reason I gave number two to Lamar because we was headed to the dumpster fire as a team, and Flacco got hurt, and basically, in my opinion, they were just saying, okay, let's throw Lamar out there, let's see what we got in this rookie.
Yep.
We weren't thinking about the playoffs. We were just
Mhm.
watching that season just as okay, let's see what we got, and what can we build off of, and then how is he gonna work in what we do?
Mhm.
And you run off what 6-1 or 5-1 or whatever, and you in the playoffs. Boom. Now, granted, he played like crap in the playoff game, but still,
Mhm.
that changed us from headed to garbage, trash juice, to look where we at now. Potentially, if he comes back, we're in the running. You can mention us with the Super Bowl opportunities.
Yeah.
And that was a short 4 years ago. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that Lamar thing. I mean, I think we spoke about it before in here. Like Lamar's impact on this city. Like he's probably the next um in line, or one of the next person next to Ray as far as like embodying being a Raven and playing and like embodying the city. Like it was at one point you felt like Ray was here from here, and
Mm-hmm.
you kind of starting to feel that way about Lamar. Like, but his impact, I'll say this: Lamar's impact in the community,
Mm.
there's no other Raven that's done that.
Right.
None. So he's headed. If we could keep him, if we could keep him, he's headed to being the most impactful Raven ever. I'll say that without a question, for what he means to this city, without a question.
I agree. Anybody want to jump on that, or let's move on?
That was good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Second topic. Second topic. If I can find my topics. Boom.
Mm,
Boom.
mm, mm, mm,
It's
mm,
happening.
mm.
Salute.
It's
Salute.
happening. It's
You don't
happening.
like it? You don't like it, Hendo?
I mean, I love it.
happening.
I love it for him.
It's
Yeah.
happening. So correct me if I'm wrong with the numbers. 5 years,
Mhm.
255, right?
Correct.
Which if he hits everything he needs to hit, that hits him with 51 a year, which makes him the highest paid per year player in the NFL, correct?
This is
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
But there's also a clause in there where he can gain an additional 15 million.
Okay, let me get this off. I don't want to cover everybody up. Let me get this off. An additional 15 million. I don't know nothing about that. So I'll let you go first, Endo. Speak on Jalen Hurts and his contract.
I mean, listen, it was in essence, even though it is the largest contract annually in history for a player, it's a good deal for them because he's only getting 110 in guaranteed money at signing. So, for a certain quarterback, it looks bad because he was potentially offered 130 at signing. But I mean, for him, it gives them a deal. It locks up that quarterback for another extra 5 years. And I love it. Like, listen, a black quarterback got signed today off of what he did. It's not about what he hasn't done or what he can't do or his limitations. It's Howie Roseman saw, listen, this is my guy. He led us to the Super Bowl. He's going to do nothing but get better. And like, I love it. Even though they went out and signed $100 million wide receiver last year that they traded for, they still had the money to make the quarterback the highest paid player in the NFL. But for Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy.
Well, AJ even came out and said, if you don't sign Hurts, send me where he going. and when AJ speak, he don't be capping.
He don't play.
I don't have to do this to AJ.
Yeah.
I don't have to because I know he talking facts.
Yeah, and it's just wild for me because Hurts has only started for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 5-year starter in essence, and we can't get stuff done. And the thing that just it's been irking me all day how certain people have been saying Lamar is losing his leverage. He's losing his leverage and he's losing money. How? How is Lamar losing money? That's the question I have for anybody that can answer that. Lamar's sitting back. Hurts got signed. Burrow and Herbert are in the mix. And they're sitting back like, oh, well, he set the parameter. Now we know where to go. So once these quarterbacks get signed, Lamar's price is going to go up and up. And that man hasn't done anything but sat at home and danced around in his living room.
Yep. And work out on the entire gym.
Stop it.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm happy for him, man, and his agent too. If you know, because she hasn't been in the game for a while. She hasn't been there, so
Right.
she's only been at it for a few years. And you look at her list of clients, and it's crazy. She got Quentin Williams on there, and then you just look at this draft. She got Bijan, she got Will Anderson, she got Xavier Hutchinson. She got a bunch of guys coming in, and then with Jalen Hurts, I mean, shout out to her, man, because number one, she's a woman in a male-dominated industry.
Thanks.
And she's over here pulling, monster, mega historical deals. So shout out to her, and shout out to Jalen Hurts too, because he went from getting benched in the championship game to being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
And at this time last year, I distinctly remember the Eagles need to see what we have in him because they're going to have picks in the 2023 draft in order to package if they wanted to move up to grab a quarterback if Jalen Hurts wasn't it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
they still got 10 and something else.
Yeah, so I'm happy for both of them. The Lamar stuff, like I put that on the back burner. I just focus on those two because they're the ones that deserve the props, and a lot of the Lamar stuff is sources.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, we don't know for real. Like you could believe Ian Rappaport, but I mean Lamar, like once the deal gets done, and like let's just say 10 years from now, we could hear Lamar on a I Am Athletes podcast talking about those numbers that the media were reporting were completely off.
Mm-hmm.
So because that does happen, and people act like it doesn't. Like that happens all the time.
Right.
If you listen to All the Smoke, if you listen to I am athlete. You hear players talk about that all the time where media gets stuff wrong. So, yeah. So just shout out to them.
I saw somebody on Twitter, I can't remember who it was, that said the media don't have the inside scoop with athletes like they used to.
No.
Because athletes have their own platform and then they don't know who to trust either, so they keep stuff tight to the vest. I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar just sit back and laugh at all this stuff because I think the son's gonna troll. I think he one of the biggest trolls out there. I really do. I think he sit back and just laugh and throw stuff out there to see what happens because he knows a lot of people out there just waning on his every word. So it's like it's a picture of a video of DeAndre Hopkins out there, and somebody screenshotted talking something. He holding something purple in his hand. He gonna be a Raven. Bro, what?
Listen, I think Lamar paid somebody to actually put out false information just to get everybody in the tizzy. Because as soon as you hear Lamar Jackson's name, no matter what it says, everybody's on it. I read something today talking about Lamar, the Ravens and DeAndre Hopkins had already agreed on trade parameters. It just hasn't been announced yet. Like, I don't think so.
Mike.
Yeah, man, I'm with Chris, man. Shout out to Nicole Lynn. You know, we kind of
hold on, Mike.
Okay.
Cheers to Nicole Lynn.
Cheers.
Doing your job in a major way, in a major way.
Salute.
Cheers, boo.
K. Adams fumbled that bag, didn't it?
Right. She messed up.
Hey, she ain't got Nicole's bag.
I mean, Chris ain't lying. Let my mother-in-law over here. You know, but nah, like, you know, we spoke on her on off the record, man, when she came into the game with Quentin Williams. I think you mentioned her, Chris. And first female to have, you know, well, definitely first black female, I believe, to cut her teeth in the game, especially on the NFL side. So shout out to her because she's building a hell of a stable, and she's doing her thing. And look, the bigger, you know, the bigger that check was, the bigger the bag is for her and everybody else. So salute to them. That everything Chris said, man. Now all of this Lamar talk, we knew this was going to come. You know what I mean? Like, oh, now the market is set. Now Lamar better, like, what? Like, nobody and everybody's throwing these numbers around, but who is the real sort? Like, nobody knows. Neither side came out and said, yeah, this is what we threw on the table.
Yep.
Right. So it's all speculation. I understand. You know, it almost seemed like it was more Lamar talk today than it was Jalen Hurts.
Right. How about that?
Right.
So it's just weird. Like, I'm with Chris, man. Put that to the side till we see what's going on. And then, you know, salute the young brother and his agent and his team, man, for getting the bag today.
Right.
And salute the Eagles for not playing around with their situation.
Facts.
It's real.
They got it done.
It's a real
getting the deal done first. Getting the deal done first before those other dudes is going to be massive because it's going to look like a steal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you know who gonna win the most out of all this? Pat Mahomes. Because Pat got a team friendly deal
for now.
So what's that? What's the big what's the dude
Burrow?
on your head? Burrow gonna sign, Herbert gonna sign, Lamar gonna sign, and then Pat gonna walk in the office.
You're not even gonna say nothing.
Hey, you know I'm better than all them, right?
He ain't even going to come to the office. He's just going to wake up one day and check his direct deposit.
So
they don't mess around.
So they said that when it came to the last contract he had, it was Andy Reid, him, and the general manager. No agents, no nothing. They just sat down and talked and was like, "You good with this?" He's like, "I'm good with that," and they walked off. It wasn't no negotiations. They just showed him a piece of paper. He's like, "Cool." No fuss, no muss. Because they know he's a franchise quarterback. They valued him, and the money didn't matter because he's going to make them winners. He's going to make them the money over. So
right. After I say this, I'm gonna let Bronny go. Nobody should make more than Pat Mahomes. Nobody in the NFL.
The way he's going, nobody will. right?
Go ahead, Brian. About
Yeah,
Hurt.
I was just gonna say exactly what Mike said. Essentially, one, congratulations to Jalen and Miss Lynn on getting that deal done, and also to the Philadelphia Eagles for not messing around. They Hurts had come in and didn't play all that great initially, and they went out and they got him Devontae Smith. Then he was better, and then maybe not good enough, and then they went out and they got him AJ Brown. And they kind of really built that team around him and stacked up both sides of the ball, which, I mean, who knew that was possible? And they had a ton of success, and they said, man, Jalen's a huge part of why we had all this success. Maybe we should keep him around and not alienate him.
Mm-hmm.
It was a strange way of doing business, but I mean, salute to them.
Strange way, right? Keep in mind, if you don't know, that is what we call sarcasm here at Roundup. There's a hidden meaning behind that. That's sarcasm, just in case, so you don't take it and run with it. And House, I see in your comments, I am killing myself inside. Jose.
Nah, man. Yeah, salute to Jalen Hurts, man. Like me and Beav we kind of gone back and forth on where he would end up in his career, and I'm just happy to see him in this position. Going all the way back to Alabama where he got benched. Then making that transfer to Oklahoma and then turning things around, and yeah, I mean it's a great story. It's a great story for him. Of course, they're gonna make the comparisons to Lamar Jackson. Like he's the headline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be a story because we're the only team that can't figure it out with our quarterback. It seems like, right? And this is what what we talked about. We can't be the team that doesn't get they can't sign their quarterback.
Right.
They can't figure out a way to keep him. We don't need to compare numbers, right? We don't need to compare what he got to what Lamar allegedly offered. He didn't like the deal. That's all. That's all we need to know. He didn't like the deal. It wasn't good enough. So do better, right? Mm-hmm. They can play around with the numbers to try to sway public opinion. That's not going to get Lamar signed. So the Ravens need to look at what Jalen Hurts made and said, okay, now we have to do better than that. He's not going to take the Jalen Hurts deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But even though his supposed offer when you signed a dotted line was more than Jalen. Supposed.
But then, listen. One thing I didn't hear in that offer was a no trade clause. Right. That's huge. And if we're doing a 1-to-1 comparison, Jalen Hurts has a lot more weapons on his team. Right.
I mean, somebody said that in the chat box that Jalen Hurts is playing on a stacked team. I don't know who said it, but somebody said it.
He playing on a stacked team. He just came off a Super Bowl. Ravens, what you got? We look at the whole package. This is a negotiation, right? This is when there's no agent involved and EDC is talking to Lamar, right? And they're saying those hard truths to each other, right? Don't want to hurt each other's feelings, but hey, you don't have that buffer. Okay, hey Lamar, you got hurt the last 2 seasons. This and that. Hey man, look, I'm looking at these other quarterbacks that are getting the bag and they're getting weapons around them. You haven't put anything around me, right? I've been the leading passer and rusher for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to get paid twice.
Yeah.
But salute to Jalen Hurts, man.
Flu Game Jew donated, and I appreciate you, Jew. I ain't seen you around in a minute. I guess since I dropped the PS5 league because I was asking PS5. Lamar would have had the bag if he had a coach that could make great game time decisions. And we talk about it all year long. Way too many games lost that end up being blamed on Lamar. I appreciate it. And this ain't even a Ravens fan. This is a Raiders fan that notices this from afar. But that's what we talk about all season long. All season long. Let's slide on over to topic number 2. NBA playoffs. And obviously this is the same graphic from last week, so we got guys in, but they really started last weekend. Well, not last weekend, yesterday. And to me, this is my opinion. Mm-hmm. That might have been one of the greatest weekends of basketball. To me. 8 games, and I didn't watch the 8th game because I was basketballed out.
Right.
I didn't watch Denver and I don't even know who won that game. Who won the Denver and Minnesota game?
Denver.
Denver blew them out.
Blew them out.
Oh yeah, I ain't even watched it. Okay, so
You
but
ain't miss nothing.
thing
They
is,
ain't, they ain't even win the scuffle.
oh, the fisticuffs jumped off. I gotta
Yeah,
go
they ain't
back
win
and
it
check that
either.
out. I gotta go back and check that out. So what I want to do is just quickly say appreciate the NBA for giving us a great opening weekend of playoffs and
Mhm.
kind of get everybody's thoughts on the weekend if you watched and who you think is gonna win it all based off of. And you saw everybody's game one, and obviously Philly and who is that?
My Nets.
Philly and the Nets are playing
Brooklyn.
right now. Even though the Nets just blew a quick lead as soon as halftime was over with, they got
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Didn't they?
Look, the Nets don't have a shot. But I just don't want them to get swept like they did last year with KD and Kyrie. By the way, KD seven playoff game losing streak. So there you go with that. Kyrie is not in the playoffs, so everybody saying that Brooklyn messed that up. Look at who we had to dump off. How well are they doing? Okay.
yeah, Brooklyn's in, Kyrie's out, and KD's down. Well, Brooklyn down 1-0 too, but
Yeah. Look, we're not winning this series, man. Embiid he's a monster.
I took Embiid on the points, rebounds, and assists, and I took under 48. Because I was like, yeah, they doubling him and he ain't scoring. I looked at the stat sheet before we started. That son had 17 rebounds. Yeah, 17 rebounds already. And it was like the beginning of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Embiid a monster.
But very competitive playoffs. Yes, I'm teasing KD, man. Like that series can go either way. But look, with Kawhi, you don't see him play much, but when he plays, he's a beast. So I mean, it's playoff time. I mean, you're seeing the best players step up at the right time. You know, the Lakers, they let Memphis know, we still running things over here. I think the Lakers got that
can't
series.
stand Memphis. Look, and
Me neither.
I'm not a Laker fan, but I had my LeBron gear on. I ain't got no gear. I'm just saying I was LeBron in it all. And when Austin Reeves hit them jumpers, you'd have thought my team was winning, even though my team is up 1-0 over the Bucks. You'd have thought my team was winning. That's how much I hate Memphis. But my team's up 1-0. The Heat's up, so I'm good.
Do you hate Memphis or you hate Dylan Brooks?
I hate Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
I hate Dylan Brooks. This Dylan Brooks with the flow. I probably don't like his hair. He got hair now.
But listen, coach, the Lakers about to lose.
Lose to who?
Oh Lord,
Memphis, because Ja not playing. Once Ja comes out that game, I guarantee Memphis is gonna win.
No, if Ja was not playing and Steven Adams was, I would agree with you. But no Ja and no Steven Adams, AD gonna eat on them boys.
you better focus on the bad Curry over there, and
He playing.
y'all about to be down 0-2.
Yeah, we ain't about to be down 0-2.
Chris, what you think about it? You watch basketball?
Not even 1 second.
All right, Mike, on you.
Chris just dropped 50 on you on the local courts. That's all he do. He don't watch.
Yeah.
He said I watch my highlights.
I got my own collection of ankles on the wall.
Nah, but I thought it was a good weekend, man. Even beyond that, man, the playing games was solid this year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about this new mid-season or in-season tournament they supposedly add next year, but we'll see how it plays out. But I thought it was a good weekend. I'm with you, man. I'm not a Lakers fan at all, but I just really wanted them to beat Memphis. And I like Ja, and I like the young team they got, but I do think they just get slightly above themselves. And especially Dylan Brooks when he was talking, oh yeah, I want to play the Lakers so I can put LeBron out and all of that, so I can stop LeBron. Like, come on, bro, relax.
So
doing a little bit too much.
As old folks say, Dylan Brooks is smelling his drawers.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt about it. But yeah, man, overall, solid weekend. We'll see, man. I think we headed to probably one of the better playoffs that we had in a long time. One that's a little more wide open. I mean, seeing the Lakers as a 7th seed, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You got the Lakers as a 7. You got defending champs as a 6th seed. Mm-hmm. Like, you just don't know. You got Miami, who was the 1 seed last year at 8. Like, you talking about some teams that can make some noise no matter where they are around the bracket. So right. I think we're in store for a good one.
Right. B.
Look, I don't appreciate all y'all starting your talks with "I'm not a Lakers fan." It's no need. It's ridiculous. I see people doing it in the chat too. What's up, Living Legend? But
What's up, man?
yeah, no,
What's up?
the Lakers are taking out Memphis, so you don't need to worry about that. I will say, Mike, that Miami ain't making no noise.
Oh,
Miami,
no, we ain't. I'm just
Yeah,
happy we won game one.
Giannis went out. Giannis went out after a couple of minutes, and that was that. But he'll be back. They
Yeah,
said
but
his
listen,
X-rays were
listen.
negative.
Miami, I will say this: the Bucks wanted to see anybody but Miami.
I'm
Now,
sorry.
I'm not. I
this
don't
was
think
my-
Miami. I don't think Miami gonna win the series. You called me out. I'm with you. I don't think they win the series, but I don't think Milwaukee wanted to see this team. But you're right. Go ahead, my bad.
They're tough. They are a tough team.
We're a lot less
You probably
tough
don't
with
want
Tyler
to.
Hero.
That's true.
Well, I
We're a
mean,
lot
you
less
know.
than he broke his hand.
You
So,
ain't-
He's done.
so how many
Yeah.
points did y'all score in the second half?
well, goddamn.
Who?
too,
The
you
Heat
know.
or the Lakers?
The Heat.
I don't even know. A bunch.
Yeah.
A bunch. Because we ain't scored 110 points since LeBron left.
Oh no, y'all scored 70 something in the first half, I believe.
Second half. We had like 50 something at half.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I just know y'all suck.
We do. So you ain't hurt my feelings. I'm just
No,
happy to be
no.
up 1-0.
My feelings are hurt. Miami used to be my team.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Golden
He
State team.
likes winners.
No.
1B, I mean.
Once Dwayne Wade left,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean-
that's what my daughter likes. She likes
they
Dwayne.
did him wrong. He was never the highest paid player on that team. They did him mad. Pat Riley, shame.
Jose.
I already went.
Oh, Hendo.
Oh, I mean, I loved it. Like I haven't been in basketball like this in years, just because I can't really identify with these young kids. But to have 8 games in 2 days, all of them were exciting except for that Denver game. They showed Minnesota where they really belong. But-
At the crib.
Yeah, but you know, I ain't a Lakers fan, but
I didn't even get to finish, and now you letting this dude do this?
you know what I'm saying? Memphis need to get it together. Like Ja Morant held them back. Just his shot decisions and just the stuff that he was doing, he held them back. So if he don't play, they're gonna win. They didn't let Nakamura and McLovin beat them. LeBron James and Anthony Davis were standing there just like this. Chilling.
No. You're not,
That's down the stretch.
You're not gonna do that. He is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I
Who?
showed you that. I showed you that. Austin Reeves.
Kareem.
Kareem
No,
Abdul-Jabbar.
it's McLovin.
Speaking of holding people back,
Oh,
let's talk about Brody. Now there is a debate, and I'm gonna tell you where I got this from. So
okay.
as I was doing my videos earlier, I was watching this kid Swag that I watched play Call of Duty, and I more so kind of listened to it. But you know, there's a lot of similarities and whatnot. But he just good, I ain't. But I watched him play the game, and so they were having a debate on there about Westbrook, and like one kid said, and they mid-20s, but I'm still calling them kids.
They kids.
That said Westbrook had a good game, and the other ones were like, well, no, he didn't because he was 3 for 19. And the first guy was like, yeah, he shot bad, but look at all the intangibles he did to help them win the game with steals and defense and all that, and that was a great game. And the other stance was like, because he didn't shoot well, it wasn't a great game. And the only reason it's a great game because they won. But the object of the game is to win and to contribute in some kind of way. Yes, he shot bad, but if they was not for his hustle plays and stuff he did in that last 4 minutes, they don't win that game.
Facts.
What y'all think about Westbrook?
You play
Well,
to win the game.
I'm gonna say this. I saw a stat online shortly before we came on that said he guarded Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul on a total of 59 possessions, and they scored.
Out of how many?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Typically, it's a little over 100, but they said they scored. I believe it was a total of 6 points on 25% shooting.
Wow.
So you can look at that. He played great defense. He made hustle plays and all this, and you could say that kind of balances out the 3 for 19. I tend to look at it as the Phoenix Suns have collected the greatest, or they have the greatest collection of chokers that the league has ever seen, and that's really what was more to blame. Because I mean, if you saw, I don't know if you saw the very end of the game when Devin Booker tried to go to the basket, and Westbrook blocked his layup. they caught the ball and threw it off his foot out of bounds, and then just stared at him. And Devin Booker, who typically likes to fight, just got up and just walked away like nothing happened.
Yeah, Westbrook about to fight at halftime. A fan. Did you see that, Brittany?
I did not see that.
Yeah,
he's always trying to fight somebody.
You know how certain stadiums they have like fans, you have to walk through them to come back out.
Yeah.
The clubhouse.
The clubhouse. So somebody was talking smack. Westbrook pulled his shirt up, was basically holding his, you know what? You know how before you fight, you hold your, and he was like, "What? Watch your mouth." That's all I'm saying. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
So you gotta.
Dude stood up. So instead of Westbrook walking back, when he stood up, Westbrook got closer. So,
Coach, you got to give Westbrook credit for putting the Phoenix fan in check. Like that has to go along with his game stats.
You know who Westbrook is? He is juice man on the basketball court.
I can see that.
Yeah,
he is juice man on the basketball court.
I can see that.
Yeah. Anybody else want to chime in on Westbrook?
But no, he had a bad game. He shot 3 for 19.
I'm listening. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he had a bad game, and I'm not gonna say he had a great game. I would definitely wouldn't call it great because shooting is not the only thing that you do in a basketball game. And if it wasn't for him in those hustle plays, like he got offensive rebounds, he knocked the ball off of certain people at certain times. Like if it weren't for him, yes, Kawhi played out his mind, but without Westbrook, whatever you want to call him, they don't win that game.
If he makes all those plays and Kawhi scores 28, do they win?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I know they didn't win. They didn't win by that many points.
He didn't carry the game. No, but no, he could.
But I will say this: he almost lost in the game. He did almost lose in the game shooting that darn ball because he was not hitting it. Because I kept telling him, like, I was watching with my wife. I was like, "Why is he shooting?"
If you know you can't shoot and you keep shooting, that's not a good thing.
Okay, Coach.
I agree 100%, Brian.
Okay, Coach, but Tyler Huntley, if he had the wherewithal of going forward instead of up, if it was a fifth.
We're talking about Brody.
But I'm just saying, if it was a fifth.
We ain't talking about high school.
Almost. We ain't talking about almost.
We talking about high school quarterback.
We're gonna talk about what actually happened.
We ain't talking about high school quarterback.
He contributed mightily.
We talking about professional sports here.
He also contributed mightily to keeping them in the game. You know what would have been a great game?
Stop talking about my backup quarterback.
You know what would have been
backup Pro Bowl quarterback.
If he went 3 for 6, that would have been a great game.
Right.
He went 3 for 19.
Because Chris Paul almost had a triple double, and he was 3 for 8.
He shoots excessively, but I think teams kind of factor that into the game plan, right? Like Russ going to shoot. Oh well, yeah. And it didn't work out.
And look how much better we are without him.
Oh, I wasn't saying that.
No, you just upgraded your bench.
That wasn't.
They didn't just upgrade the bench. They upgraded the starting point guard position too.
That wasn't an addition by subtraction. Like you did some other things there too.
Oh, it was.
So Rui Hachimura didn't help you out.
I didn't say he didn't help. I said it is absolutely addition by subtraction to not have some clown running around the court shooting 20 times and making 3 of them. He does it constantly. Let me ask you, how many times in the last 2 years you see Russell Wilson throw the ball off the side of the goddamn backboard?
Listen. You're not gonna get me on the corner where I'm You're not gonna bet me corner where I'm caping for Russell Westbrook. I'm saying he had a decent game. That's all I'm saying.
Mike, you the voice of reason. Go ahead.
Yo, Russ played well in other facets. Obviously, he shot like you know what.
Right.
But those 3 baskets, at least 1 or 2 of them down the stretch were clutch. Big baskets when they needed. Phoenix
made that down the clutch. I think them 3 baskets came early.
No, it was so then it was 1 because he made it must have been 1 because when they went up by, I think Phoenix went up by 7 to 9. And he made some big play. Now he definitely defensively. B, I heard you talk about what he was doing to Booker. Also what he was doing. I guess it was Booker and CP3. How he kept ripping them when they would drive by him, kind of. He was just picking their pocket. So I think Russ played well outside of scoring the ball.
You've seen him do the equivalent living. I'll end with this. This is the last thing I'll say about it. Like when Miles Boykin was out there dropping passes, I didn't hear none of y'all talk about him blocking. All right. Some things in the game are more important than other things.
Hey, Brandon went to vote for that one.
Nobody's-
Greg
nobody-
Roman vote for that one.
Nobody's saying Westbrook is all NBA here. We're saying he had a decent night. That's all.
Mhm.
And I'm saying when Miles drops 3 passes, you don't say, "But look at them blocks, though. He had a good game." You say, "Get him out, get him the hell off the field."
That's
I'll
all I
say
say.
this: if he
I
ain't
mentioned
play,
blocking.
if he ain't strap up, and then Booker gonna put about 35 on your head.
Booker ain't putting 35 on nobody in the playoffs.
All right,
He ain't built like that. Yeah, man.
all
Okay.
I
right.
mean, that is
Y'all
Chris
keep
Paul's
slipping- y'all
son
keep slipping on Book.
in every way.
Yeah. But
Oh no, he has the talent. He
He
just
has-
doesn't
Yes.
have he doesn't have the mentality.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Booker played well defensively yesterday, but okay, you're right.
Let's run this last topic of the day, which is
Uh-oh.
the big thing for today, which is what I promised you last week.
All right, forgot about it.
Is our Ravens Roundup mock draft.
Oh,
So here's what we're gonna do. 2 minutes on the clock, and since the Panthers have the first pick, we're gonna start with Brodney, and we're just gonna work our way around. I don't know who's gonna get the Ravens pick because it's just we're gonna start with Brodney and just keep that same thing, and whoever you think that team needs, that's what we're gonna go with.
Where's
And
Sugar?
then-
Will Levis.
Where's
and at
Sugar?
the end, I'll post it on Twitter like what we finished with. So
Bet.
we'll see where we at, and we'll go from there. If,
Sugar, you still in here? I hope I get the Steelers pick. Best punter available.
Long snapper.
So let me get this on the screen. Add the string. Can y'all see that like that?
Yes.
No, okay. That way all of us can stay up here.
I guess.
All right. So obviously Brodney's first. So we'll go Mike, then me, then Chris, and we'll just keep that same order.
Okay.
All right. You ready, B?
All right, so I know I've seen the reports about Bryce Young canceling all the rest of his visits. It looks like he's going to be the number 1 pick. I'm not going that way though.
Okay.
Since I was told that I'm not allowed to trade the pick, I'm going to go ahead and stay here and select Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow. Sizes.
AR-15 off the board. So Mike, you have the Houston Texans with pick number 2.
Well, he left me with no choice but to take slight pockets, Bryce Young.
All right, so not slight pocket.
That's terrible.
All right, slight pockets is off the board, going to Houston and V Live. Next up, we got me and Arizona. You don't need a quarterback, so I'm gonna take Will Anderson.
Oh man.
All right, the Colts are up with 4. That's you, Chris.
The Colts, they're in unfamiliar territory, going with a young quarterback instead of one that's 40. So we're gonna go with CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud off the
Ooh.
board for the Colts. Now, pick 5, Hendo. You got Seattle.
I'm gonna go with Tyree Wilson.
Tyree. Ooh, I like Tyree.
Where's
Like
Megan?
that.
Megan needs to be here to help out.
Yes, she's the
She
Seattle
probably
kid.
sleep. She in Australia.
She's in
No,
Australia?
It's the middle of the day.
she's from Australia, but
Oh, I
think
thought
she's
she was in
I think
Australia, my
she's
bad.
in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
could be wrong. I don't know for certain.
Okay.
Probably in the outback.
Oh.
So, Jose, pick 6, Detroit Lions.
Who's up on the board here?
Jalen
So,
Carter, Miles Murphy, Christian Gonzalez, David Witherspoon, Will Levis.
so
Paris Johnson.
give me Christian Gonzalez. We just traded Okuda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Sure did.
Yep.
Christian Gonzalez off the board. So the Raiders are up.
I
And
mean,
then you, B.
I'm gonna they desperately need a quarterback, but I can't do Will Levis to anybody. So I'm gonna give them Jalen Carter out of Georgia.
Jalen Carter, who I personally think is the best player in the draft. Me personally, Jalen Carter. All right, next up is the Falcons, Mike. Pick number 8.
The Falcons, what do they need?
Let's see. I can go to their needs, team needs. It
Yeah,
says
let's see what
cornerback, wide receiver,
That's for
edge,
Baltimore.
wide receiver,
That's for the
interior
Ravens.
D-line,
That's
edge.
Baltimore, coach.
Huh?
That's Baltimore.
Oh, my bad. I was wondering why they kept saying.
I mean, it's the same, right?
Right?
My bad. So cornerback, edge, it's the same thing. Interior D line, running back, wide receiver, kicker, and punter.
So look, let's shake up. Let's shake it up. Let's shake it up here. You know, we think they're gonna go corner, but they do have a young quarterback here. And hey, we never know. They might go after 8. So let's go JSN right here. JSN shoots up the board.
Ooh.
JSN shoots up the board.
And Jigba to go with Kyle Pitts and Drake London.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, Mike. Okay. Next up, we have who we got? Let's see. We got the Bears on the clock. Pick 9.
The Bears.
And it is who? It is me.
You.
Let's see. Miles Murphy. The Bears. They got a quarterback. They got receivers. They need help up front. I'm going with Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson, Ohio State, to help protect the quarterback.
Justin Fields.
Chris, you got the Eagles at pick 10.
With the Eagles, I'm gonna
I think
say
you're the top 5 guys up there. Miles Murphy, Witherspoon, Will Levis, Roger Jones, Joey Porter Jr., Peter Skoronski, Bijan.
I'm gonna go with Peter Skoronski because they like to make sure that the line is solidified, and he's a guy that could play on the inside and the outside whenever Lane Johnson decides to hang him up. So
Good point.
I'm gonna go with Skoronski.
Hendo, Tennessee Titans.
I was going to take Johnson, and I was going to take Skronsky. So
Yeah, they just got rid of Lawan, huh?
they've been Tyler Lewan. They let him go. But they also need another wide receiver because your boy ain't it.
Who? Yeah,
Traylon Burks.
Fat boy.
Yeah, Mr. Can't get through conditioning test.
Wow.
So you want me to hit wide receiver so you can see who's up there?
Oh no, it's too early to take a wide receiver, especially for them. And they don't have a quarterback. So I'm tempted.
don't.
I'm tempted to hit your boy up.
Oh,
It's the
Nah,
profile.
it don't. But I think they're gonna stick with Tannehill for at least one more season. So I'm gonna go Broderick Jones.
Broderick Jones, offensive tackle from
Georgia.
Georgia. Next up, we
didn't they
got
just pay
huh?
Didn't they just pay Larry Tunsil?
Yes, they paid. No, the
No.
Texans paid Larry
Texans.
Tunsil.
We talking about
Texans
Tennessee.
paid Larry
Oh,
Tunsil.
Titans. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Titans.
Now you're up with the Texans.
Oh, now the
right.
Texans. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all just played Larry Tunsil.
Highest paid with no agent.
Right. Third contract at 29.
So the Texans already drafted a quarterback. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure did.
And they got Tunsil.
Mhm.
This is where Jigba would have went.
Yeah. Let's
If
take a
it
look.
wasn't for Mike. If it wasn't for Mike.
So I'll give you the top.
I think it's Zay
guys.
Flowers here.
Oh,
Is
Zay
that,
Flowers.
too, is that too high at this pick?
No, this your
I
draft.
mean,
Well,
They
like,
need-
Even though I'm still looking for him at 32.
Hey, you passed him. You passed him. Go back up. Go back up. There you go.
so you trying to
Go
get
down.
another Brandon Cook
Go down.
clone?
Go down.
Damn.
Right there.
Oh, 32. There you go.
Yeah,
Zay
go ahead. Yeah, they need wide receiver. They need
They
wide
do.
receiver.
They do
lost
badly
Brandon
need
Cook.
wide receivers. They do. Jets. B.
All right. Here I'm going to make the assumption that they get the Aaron Rodgers deal done. So we're gonna.
They gotta take him back to the green room.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I've got two players in mind here. Miles Murphy and Joey Porter to pair with Sauce Gardner.
Ooh, JP.
And I think
God damn it.
we're going Porter.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
that's
Okay.
tough. That is tough. Porter and
Porter
Sauce?
and Sauce. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's tough. That is tough right there. Good pick, B. Good pick.
That's why the Packers need to get that pick.
Oh, man.
Stand your ground, Green Bay.
the New England Patriots, Mike, the evil empire. You got them.
So they zoom into the back room. Will Levis has his head down. He's sad. His phone rings right here. It's the hoodie. And he's like, "What can you do for us, son?" And he says, "Man, I eat mayonnaise in my coffee and I eat bananas with the pill on them." And the hoodie says, "You're my type of guy." So he's taking Will Levis right here.
I thought the hoodie was about to say Bijan Robinson.
All right, good pick. Good pick. Next up, we got the Packers, and it is on me. Let's see what the Packers got. So they going with Jordan Love. They got two young receivers.
Mhm.
They got decent running back. Bakhtiari is an issue though. But edge, they still decent at edge. Sheesh.
Right.
I'm getting him Brian Breesy to go along with Clark to get him a force on the inside. Him plus Clark and them edge guys. They got what's my boy from Michigan? Gary. And they still have one of the
Rashad Gary.
Smith
and Preston Smith.
They still got Smith. Second, they need secondary though. Now I'm gonna give them Devil Witherspoon to go along with Jair. Now they got a pair. My thing is you either need to have two stud corners or a bunch of average corners. That's my thing. And I'm gonna give them Devil Witherspoon for the Packers. The Commanders are up for you, Chris.
The Commanders. Let's see who we got here. We got Bijan, we got Miles Murphy,
Breesy, Quinn Johnson, Brian Branch, Luke Van Ness, Derek Hall, Michael Mayer.
See, I was gonna go Devin Witherspoon with them because they need some secondary help. But you know what? They like to load up on the edge, so I'm gonna go with Miles Murphy.
Okay, because they definitely is Chase Young even.
I'm gonna say Chase Young stay hurt.
Still available.
Right.
Yeah, they might not be picking up his 50th option.
So I don't know if he's still here or not.
Oh, here you go.
Hendo, you got the Steelers. Hendo, you got the Steelers.
Can you put about the punters, please?
Yeah, can we look at punters?
Shook said to tread lightly with this next pick.
Tread lightly. I mean, you could use a punter. You know, you like being like the Ravens and doing stuff half cocked. But so I was thinking that the Steelers would go with a corner here, or maybe an offensive.
The corners up there.
No, or maybe an offensive lineman because they desperately need offensive linemen to help out Baby Mittens. But I think just for potential and just value, because some teams put value above anything else, I'm gonna go with Lucas Van Ness, the edge from Iowa. I thought he should have been off the board. So I think they paid him up.
What school did Watt come from?
Wisconsin.
Okay. That ain't a bad pick.
Yeah.
To pair somebody with Watt, that ain't a bad pick at all. He ain't do you wrong, Suge. He ain't do you wrong. He ain't do you wrong. Next up, we got Detroit again. Jose.
Wow, didn't I pick for them last time?
Maybe,
probably so.
Okay. This is easy. Bijan Robinson here.
Oh,
what?
Okay. Huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Damn, Rodney feels hurt.
Killing my man David Montgomery over here.
Montgomery with
if they're gonna
he signed with Detroit with DeAndre,
and they got Swift.
Listen, man. Like,
Swift, man.
if they're gonna roll with Jared Goff, man, you gotta give him all the help he can get, and that's a huge weapon for him.
Gotcha. So next we got the Bucks.
Well,
Rodney.
Man, I was thinking about going Bijan with the Bucks.
Right.
So they're a team that needs quite a bit.
Got
time. You got 115. You good?
This ain't a bad spot for that Tennessee quarterback.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Hendon. Because right now they're working with who is it? It's Baker and Trask, yes? Or did Baker went somewhere else?
No, Baker and Trask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disgusting.
We might have to go Hendon Hooker right here.
Locking it in.
Lock it in.
Hendon Hooker, Tampa Bay. All right. Next up, we got Seahawks. Mike.
Seahawks. Who did we take for the Seahawks and Jalen Carter, right?
Yes. Let me see. I can find out. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Seahawks. Where are they? If I stop moving so fast, there it is. We took Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson.
Oh, edge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. What we need. What we need. What they need in Seattle, man.
They got Geno. They got DK. They got the little small receiver,
Lockett.
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 They got
Lockett.
good
Okay.
running back. They got 2 tackles last year in the draft. Defensively, I don't really know what they got.
They got a good
Woolen.
safety.
They got 2 cornerbacks. They had 2 cornerbacks last year. They got Woolen and Kobe Bryant.
Mhm.
They got number 6, the safety. I think that's who Hendo talking about. I forget his name. Quandre Diggs. They got Jordan Brooks at linebacker. That's all I can remember.
I think here, man, I think the safe pick for them is to go with the brother from let me see if I can find his name up here.
Take more position, I can move.
He O-line. Cat from Tennessee.
Oh, Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. There you go.
He must be a tackle.
Yeah, tackle.
There he is, Darnell Wright. That's who you want.
That's
Well,
safe.
you know they drafted 2 tackles last year now, and both of them start.
No, they start. Okay, hold on. All right. Well, look.
They drafted Charles Cross and the other guy, and both of them start.
All right.
No
we
problem. He got 10
running on the
seconds.
clock.
12 seconds. 10 seconds.
You know what? You can never have enough edge, man. Give me the brother from give me the brother from Alabama. No, Georgia.
Oh, Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
We ran it up to the clock.
Thanks.
Coach had me scared.
Right. I was getting nervous.
I don't know if I can get my mouse over
Oh,
that fast.
snap. Got it?
Did I get it? I don't think I got it.
Nah,
Oh, they
go.
picked.
Hold on.
They
I can
picked
go back. I
Brian
can go back. Hold on, I
Bracey.
can go back. So you picked Nolan, right?
Yeah, though.
Wait, where Nolan go?
He might have got selected next at the next 2 picks went.
God,
We'll make a mental
Yeah,
note.
I done messed the draft.
you got
up.
Brees.
Yeah, they can
Brees.
take Brees. They can take
And
Brees.
so the 21st pick is skipped because of the Dolphins.
Okay.
22nd pick. Let's see. Oh, who
Did
we
it
got?
select?
The Chargers. Let me see. Did it pick this for the Chargers already? Pick the wrong one.
No.
Oh, the Chargers got Nolan Smith.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
son.
took Noah.
Let me see if I don't know if I see if I can change it. Pick somebody to be, and I'm gonna see if I can change it.
It's
No, it's on me. Oh, I
right.
take Nolan Smith then. Screw it. Keep it moving.
How's it going?
Chris got the Ravens.
Chris got the Ravens.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Ravens. Let's see who's left real quick.
All right. You got
I think I know who I'm gonna pick, but I just want to see who's
the
left.
top guys. You got Quentin, Brian Branch, Derek Hall, Michael Meyer, Cam Smith, John Michael Smits, Dalton Kincaid.
That guy good? John Michael Smith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kalaji Kansey, who I just dropped a video on More Sip to Tally today too. Julius Brents, cornerback, DeJuan Jones, Jordan Addison, Gibbs, Ringo, Forbes, Harrison,
All right.
Dante Banks. What position you think about?
I mean, it comes down to wide receiver and cornerback. But I'm gonna go with Quentin Johnson.
check and make sure they didn't make the Ravens pick already.
Word.
Quentin Johnson. Let's see. Baltimore. Where we at? There it is. Yeah, Quentin Johnson.
Okay.
Next up,
Um,
Vikings.
Soda.
I'm gonna go with Jordan Addison. They need a replacement for Adam Thielen.
Mhm.
I was going to take Quentin Johnson, but he took him, so Jordan Addison is going to be the replacement.
Why just want to move over? But we got Quentin Johnson. I don't know. So who you say, Hendo?
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison. Let's see if this works. All right, let's go to the Vikings. Vikings.
Where the Jaguars?
I'm just trying to make sure I picked the right person.
Uh,
If I can find them.
I don't know. Why isn't it highlighted?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so it's right. It just ain't highlighted. All
Okay.
right. So who's up?
Jose.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. What do they need?
Let's
O-line
look at their
probably.
needs. Let's see. Let's look at their needs. Jags.
Corner.
Jags. Tight end. Why I say tight end? They got an old boy.
Yeah, they just paid him too.
Offensive tackle, edge, interior O line, wide receiver, running back, edge, and
All
corner.
right. All right. Let's take a look at the list. Let's take a look.
So this is all. If you got a certain position, I can hit that. This is Brian Branch, the safety. Derek Hall, the edge from Auburn. Michael Meyer, tight end. Cam Smith, cornerback.
How's Meyer? Is Meyer good?
He's probably the best tight end out there.
All right, let's give him that.
Probably the best tight end out there.
Let's
And he
give
can
him
do. He
that.
can give you more in the run game too than
Because Trevor Lawrence,
Evan
you know, even though he got out that Chargers game, it looked like he could use a little more help out there.
Next up, we have the Giants.
Once again, took my pick. Thought Daniel could use some help over there. But let's take a look at wide receiver.
All right, we'll go. All right, Josh Downs, Jalen Hyatt, Marvin Mims, Cedric Tillman, Rashee Rice, Hutchinson, Trey Palmer, Keyshawn Booty.
Okay, well let's take a look at tight end.
Tight end. We got
I think we're gonna give him
Dalton Kincaid, Darnell Washington, Luke Musgrove, Sam Laporta, Tucker Craft.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Kincaid for old Daniel Dimes.
Gotcha. All right, let me make sure we good on that. Let me pull up New York. Just make sure it's still on track. It's New England, New Jersey. There it is. Picks. Okay. I say Minnesota. I want New York. I'm wasting somebody's time. I know. Okay, we still
Dallas.
So Bills. Oh, I know why it's not moving because we can see the last ones on the thing. That's why it's not moving no more.
Wait, it's Dallas.
It should be highlighted though. Dallas up though. Dallas up for you, Mike.
Dallas makes a little bit of a shocking move here, and they take Darnell Washington. Georgia.
Okay.
They lost their tight end. They need to fill that spot. They go with the big boy.
And they're going with Darnell Washington because they're eventually gonna move him to tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills on me. Bills did answer this question for me.
Wait, who traded for Waller?
I completely forgot about Darren Waller.
Waller is in New
For the Giants.
New York.
Giants.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but it is what it is now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. J.
What's the kid that got hurt that all the thing was about? Wasn't he the starting safety
For who?
for Buffalo?
Oh, Micah Hyde.
No,
No,
one that
no,
got
no,
hurt.
no.
That one that just stopped the game.
DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, wasn't he the starting safety for them?
No,
He
it
was.
wasn't it Poyer?
Their safeties are Hyde and Poyer.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
Hyde and
He
Poyer.
was backup guy.
They're hurt.
So I ain't
They
gonna,
both got hurt, so he just can't. He can't.
gotcha. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Cam Smith.
Okay.
Take Cam Smith, give him a cornerback to go with what's White, and maybe they can stop somebody. Maybe.
True.
Did somebody just get skipped? I just saw the clock reset.
Oh, cause I hit the pick. That was me. I hit the pick.
Okay.
Next up is the Bengals, and it is Chris
Let's see who we got left for the Bengals.
Branch Hall. They probably need O line, honestly.
Ooh,
Even though they just got old boy from us.
Can you? Is Darnell Wright still available?
The tackle?
Yeah,
I thought we gave Darnell to somebody already.
I thought
Now,
he was
I
going
tell
to.
you who is available. The big boy from Ohio State.
DeWan.
The one.
Yeah,
Oh, no, Darnell's still there. Darnell's still there.
Give me Darnell.
All right.
Ooh,
Darnell right
what's
to
he
the
taking?
Bengals. Saints, Hendo.
Let me see. Defensive line.
Interior or edge?
Edge.
I still click. Derek Hall. Oh, Will McDonald still. We ain't picked Will McDonald.
Give me Will McDonald.
Will McDonald made it all the way to pick 29. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Next up is Jose with the Eagles.
Eagle.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got left here. Well, click on all. Let me see
Okay.
let me see who's on the board.
All right. You got Brian Branch. Safeties don't get picked in the first round, unlike us. Derek Hall, John Michael Smith, Cansey, Julian Brents, DeJuan Jones, Jamar Gibbs, Ringo, Forbes, Harrison.
Didn't they
But
just
they did
lose?
lose. They lost Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might go Branch here.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Brian Branch, Alabama. And last but not least, we have who is this? Brodney.
Oh,
Kansas City Chiefs.
he gets to pick a winner.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Excuse me. I know they, they can always use help on defense just because that's kind of their, not their focus. But as much as I love Jerick McKinnon, I'm gonna give them the best receiving back in the class in Jahmyr Gibbs.
I like him. Alvin Kamara Part 2. Alvin Kamara Part 2. Let me save this. And what I'll do is, let me take that off. Once I get it, I'll send it to everybody and we can all post it. I'll put it in all the group chat and we can post it on our socials.
Cool.
So that ends the first ever Roundup mock draft. If you were here on the ride with us, you saw who everybody picked. But the recap will be on Twitter soon. I'm gonna get it and see if I can get it to where, and I may just have to type it so it can fit in a graphic and then send it out to everybody like that. But that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do while I'm watching the Golden State game. I'll type it up in a graphic and send it to everybody on the panel, and that way everybody can put it on their socials, and people can bash us or they can do what they want, and we'll be here for the takes.
And you can just pretend that I gave the Giants Jalen Hyatt.
You want me to X that one out and put Hyatt?
Yeah, just scratch it out there.
I try to remember to do that. Definitely try to remember to do that. So what we'll do is that's all we got, and we're gonna let everybody know where they can find everybody. Again, we do potentially have a meetup coming. And hopefully we'll have a date soon.
Yeah. Yes.
It's in the works. It's coming.
We'll have a date soon.
It's coming.
Because if we don't have a date soon, somebody's gonna have to drive down here and pick me up.
We'll scoop you up.
Right.
But the meetup's gonna be late July, early August, and we got some things in the works for you guys, and hopefully people will come out and get a chance to meet all of us and see us personally, and we can have conversations and have a good time and go from there.
It's gonna be a good time.
Oh, my bad. I
You the only one on there. Yeah, we just thought that's how you was rolling.
Everybody, oh, my bad.
I wasn't complaining.
Right. I was like,
my bad. But again, we got the meetup coming in late July, early August, and in the Baltimore area. And once we get the details on it, we'll get that out to you guys. And hopefully you come out and get to meet us and hopefully some other YouTubers. But we're trying to put that together for you guys to have a good time. And hopefully it can be like a annual thing, just to kick it with people, man. I got 5 other good people up here, good guys. And I feel like we bond well, and I'm ready to, because I haven't met nobody up here in person. And so I just want to get to that and meet them guys and continue this, what we started on a random whim over an argument about James freaking Prochet.
see how that man brings people together,
right?
With his lack of play.
That's why he's still on the team. He's a glue guy.
You're not baiting me to talk about it. But we'll start our outros here. If you have not done so, please hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we got. I've been busy working the board. So if you have not hit the like button,
120.
Oh, cool. We've got 120 people in here then.
Yes,
so again, hit the like button, subscribe if you've not done so. But if you're chatting, you've already subscribed. Consider joining the Patreon. We all have Patreon. We all have different perks going on. I was supposed to wear my chain. I forgot.
I was going to say something about that too. No, you're supposed to wear my chain.
If you love the Roundup, get you one of these shirts.
The merch.
Okay? Get the merch.
That ain't the only merch we got though. We got plenty of merch out there.
Yes.
Plenty of merch out there. You got the Athlete shirt, which I know Jose just got. I got one. Brandon Bazel got a couple. You got the beanie inspired by Brodney because he always rocking the beanie. You got the mug, which me and Jose have. I got mine right now with some good drink in it. Got the hat inspired by Mike.
Keeps it cold.
What? It's definitely cold. It's that frosted writing on it that keeps it cold.
Right. Yes, indeed.
Wait. So go over to hit the link down in the description and do so. And again, I'm going to add everybody's information while they're talking, rather, and then you can go from there. But we'll start our outros here, and we'll start with you first, Mike.
Man, look, y'all know me by now. I am OTR Mike Hope, host of Open Mic with yours truly. That is the show, man, where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter what it is, who it is, or where it is. If you have not subscribed, go over there. Go subscribe after the show or click the link when Coach puts it in the description. Look, man, appreciate y'all. Got some work up there.
About your
Today's
new
episode.
stuff.
How?
About your new stuff today.
Yeah, so I dropped the episode. It's called Life Be Lifing, man, and it explains where I was at, what happened, and what caused my little hiatus, and then why I'm back. So if you want to know that, go check it out, man. I appreciate you. You can also follow me on Twitter at OTR_Mike. Fellas, I need your help. I follow back unless you're on that
Weird stuff. We don't do that weird stuff.
Well, look, I don't need you promoting my stuff for a charge. All right? I don't need it. Appreciate you, but I don't need it. But anyway, man, that's where you can find me. I'm also 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast. You see the three brothers on the bottom of your screen. We are the host of the best boxing podcast in the game. We will be live this weekend because there's a big fight.
A big one.
Tank
That is
Davis,
this weekend.
Ryan
Yes.
Garcia. It goes
Yeah.
down. We will live stream following that fight. So if you have not subscribed there, do so as well. Oh,
It's gonna be a
and
sad ass
Patreon.
stream.
Right. If he loses, I might not show up. I'm just telling you. And then my Patreon, man, is about to be live. It's Patreon/open mic with OTR Mike. There's a waiting list there, man. Go and sign up for the waiting list. I gotta run my tiers by my team and what I'll be giving you guys for signing up. And then it'll drop very, very soon. So get on the waiting list so you won't miss the drop of that. And again, I appreciate y'all as always.
Chris?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking, and also on 1/3 of the Deep Cover podcast, along with Michael Crawford and Kerry Stevenson. We will be recording an episode with Coach this week, hopefully, where we'll do a bracket show where we'll try to figure out who the Ravens are going to draft in the first round. So that's always a good time. So definitely be looking out for that at the end of this week.
Hendo?
You can find me at the Rogue Pod on all social media. You can find me every Tuesday with
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
you find me every Tuesday with Brodney and Suge on Suge Night 323 doing Still Conspiracy, where we talk Ravens and more Ravens because Suge is a huge Ravens fan.
And
You can find a little bit of Steelers. You can find me every Friday at 6 p.m. with my man Mr. Galloway doing Electric Relaxation with Mr. Galloway, talking all things hip hop, especially old school hip hop. You can find me on Saturday evenings at 9 p.m. doing Hanging with Hendo. You can once again now going forward find me at 8 p.m. every Sunday doing some kind of weekly wrap up on the Ravens, the NFL, anything going on in sports. And also you can sign up to my Patreon, like Coach said earlier. Patreon.com/ROUG, where you can request videos, get in the Discord, hang with us. I'd like to especially thank Megan, my friend from Down Under, for signing up for Patreon last week. Sent you a message. Last night I sent you a message to sign into the Discord. But if you want to get in, you can win some stuff like this ring right here. Championship stuff. Coach got his belt, his necklace. I got the belt. I got the ring.
Call that a necklace. God damn.
I'm sorry, chain. my bad.
That was Shay. He called it a necklace, yo.
My bad. I meant chain. Listen.
I think you should put Hendo on the screen by himself for the rest of the show.
The Cuban-like links.
Hold on.
The Cuban-like links.
Keep talking.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's where you can find me at. Make sure you subscribe to everybody on the screen. Dope content creators, and we appreciate everybody's support.
For sure.
That made me bring it out.
There it is.
Ooh, that thing heavy.
That's the turnover chain.
Too bad you won't be holding it for too much longer.
Like my no, I ain't gonna put that out there. But come get some.
Win the draft. Hendo, win your draft. Coach, win your draft.
Mine right by the season because I got the regular fantasy football. I don't have the dynasty, so mine gonna be close to the season. It's gonna be August, right before the season starts.
Yeah, mine is the week before.
But I also,
Sunday before the season
starts. Since he mentioned it, I need some more guys to get in it. So in order to get in it, we need to fill this thing up. I need you to go to my Patreon, join up, so I can see the link, so you can get in. We need some more competition over there.
Let's
Need some
go.
more competition.
Make sure it's real competition.
Well, if it ain't real, I just easy wins for me. But
Exactly.
I would really like competition. I think I got 14. I want 14 guys or girls that's going to play for real and make it fun.
Exactly, because Coach, we are Ravens fans. We don't like anything easy.
Right. At all.
We like to make stuff difficult for no reason.
At all.
Facts.
I hit everybody. Jose and B. It's on y'all now.
All right. We are the Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live stream every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Overtime Show, which you can find on patreon.com/LBHT Show. And you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at LBHT Show. And like Mikey mentioned earlier, the three of us on the bottom here are for Ring Kings Podcast. Go over and subscribe over there. And you can follow us all those platforms at Ring Kings Pod. Also, check out our website, lbhtshow.com. Okay, we got a lot of stuff on there. You can find everybody on the screen. You can find their podcast on there as well. But if you don't want to listen to podcasts on our site, wherever you listen to podcasts, we all have podcasts. Make sure you hit the 5-star review wherever you listen. And I just want to give a quick shout out to our friend, Mr. OTR Brandon. Today is his birthday.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
OTR Brandon from Off the Record Podcast. All right. Salute to you, Brandon. Hope you're enjoying your day.
Indeed. Happy birthday.
And last but not least, you all know where to find me because you're here. But there's a certain piece of information that we don't want you to forget about. And that is more Sip to Tally.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's growing over there. It's for the streets. A lot of draft content over there. On this channel, you'll only see receivers and DBs and one quarterback, Anthony Richardson, because I like him so much. Every other position is over there. I dropped 2 videos the day before you got on. I'll be dropping more, throughout the week. That channel is getting a lot of love right now because we have the daily show here. So I'm getting a lot of draft stuff out for you guys. I'm doing my not daily, but my acting like I'm the GM of the 31 other teams. So I'm doing that countdown, and that's going to be finished by the time the draft pops off next week. I was doing 1 at a time. I think I'm going to bump that up to 3 at a time. That way I can make sure I get all the way down to 1, because I've already done the draft. I'm just working my way down, giving you a little information and reasoning as to why I picked who I picked at certain positions. So that's where we at. That's our show for today. It is 10:31 and the game has just started and we about to get out of here. No tittle tattle, no dilly dallying.
Hold up,
Real
coach.
game. The
Oh,
real
go
game
ahead.
stuff.
Hold up. One diddle daddle for
Go
you.
ahead.
How many we away from 8K?
Was 50 before we started.
Okay.
Was
So-
50 before we started.
And I
In
seen
the
some new
dra-
faces in here.
And the draft is when?
Next Thursday.
Next.
Yep, next
Okay.
Thursday.
You know what I'm hearing? They really scared. They talk about they want that smoke. But once we said, all right, line's going to open up, y'all can come get that smoke.
Right.
Now all of a sudden,
It's dead.
I actually lost 2 people. So
What?
Nah. Hey,
Damn.
So I put it this way: once we get to 8K, right, we got to get there before the draft. You get your call-in show. We know y'all want to call us. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't agree with our opinions, and then per 1,000 from both channels, Sip to Tally and more Sip to Tally, then you earn another call-in.
that is.
There you go.
I'm just
There you
saying. I mean,
So
I
you
think
can
that's
get
only fair.
1 next Monday.
Hmm.
Then you can get the other one probably, right around time, middle of the summer when training camp get ready to start.
There you go.
'Cause
Yeah.
that one is like at 4. More Sip to Tally is like at 450, something like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then this one we're 50 away from 8K. So hey, tell a friend. And again, I told y'all last week what to do. Go to your office, and everybody that leave their computer open. Hey, let me borrow your computer for real quick.
Let me see that thing real quick.
Because they be on YouTube. People ain't really working in them offices like talking about it. They working when the boss come around. So you
Hey,
on that
Coach.
computer, you see it open, do what you do.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like for other people, when I was working
Mhm.
for that cable company, and people be like, "Yeah, my TV ain't working." I test their TV. They leave that room. Subscribe. Subscribe. You all right back there? I'm good.
Hey, by any means necessary.
Oh man.
By any means necessary. Any closing shots for anybody?
Now we good.
I appreciate you guys, and we'll see y'all next Monday here. We'll see you Tuesday, which is tomorrow, for Still Conspiracy with Brodney, Hendo, and Suge. See you Wednesday for Lunch Break Hot Take with Brodney and Jose. Any special guests this week that y'all want to tell us about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Somebody might pop up. You never know.
Thursday-ish, maybe we might do the deep cover thing. Maybe we trying to get. I saw where Mike has updated the graphic that we used last time. I saw that when I was in my Google Drives. So that'll be coming out soon. Me with the Deep Cover podcast crew. Mike dropped the episode this morning. You got anything the rest of the week, or next Monday is gonna be when you come out again?
Nah, just Ring Kings, man. Ring Kings will be Saturday live, and then next Monday another episode.
So we appreciate everybody for coming through. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, and if you really want that call-in show, get us the AK. If you really want a chance at the fantasy football chain that Hendo thinks he gonna get, but not. Patreon.com/Sip the Tally and sign up. And if one last thing before we go, you guys will hold up your glass. If you want the purple Kool-Aid chalice, sign up for the Gunslinger member, and yours will be on the way. I got my stash here ready to send out, but we just need you to sign up and be a member of the channel. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end it on that. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We all appreciate you. Thank you all, and peace. See y'all next Monday or the rest of the week too.